Look at these wonderful, juicy, deliciously sweet cherries. The great thing about Portugal is most people grow their own fruit and vegetables, and then you can swap between each other. I didn't have any cherries this year. My friend had lots. I had some lemons and I've just grown some turnips. So I exchanged some lemons and turnips for these wonderful cherries. And today I'm going to make a cherry cobbler. The first thing I need to do is give them a rinse, and then I can get on to de-stalking them and stoning them. And my friends also gave me a tip from one of their Portuguese neighbours on how to actually use the handle of a teaspoon to take out the cherry stone. So I'm going to be trying that. I've never tried that one before, but it keeps the cherries nice and whole. I've got a sink of cold water. I'm just going to tip them in and then give them a good rinse. And then I'll drain them through a strainer on the draining board. A lot of people will be familiar with one of these, which is a fruit or olive pitta, and you pop a cherry, in this instance, into the top and then press down, and the stone is released from the fruit, but it also puts a hole in the bottom. And depending on what you're doing with cherries, sometimes you don't really want that extra hole in there. So let's try the new method using the handle of a teaspoon. And I'm told this works really well. So let's see if I can do it. Taking the stalk out, and then you just go in and pop out the stone. Maybe it's easier said than done. I was watching my friend do this, and he's very accomplished at doing it. And then you don't get that hole in the bottom. If you're preserving them in, say, alcohol, you might not want the hole in the bottom because it just holds the alcohol in the fruit a little bit better. But it's preference. Let's see how I get on with doing it this way. I can go through and check the fruit as I go along. It's definitely a technique to this. Yeah, I think I can get on with that. For this recipe, I am using just over 800 grams of cherries. If you are using really red cherries, I would advise putting on some gloves because you will get really stained hands, and cherry juice is a nightmare to get out of your hands. You'll be wearing red cherry juice on your hands for a few days. All finished, 800 grams of cherries de-stoned or de-pipped, whatever terminology you use, and just popped those in that bowl there. I like the spoon method. I got a lot faster as I went along and it became a lot easier, and it's definitely faster than using one of those. But it doesn't matter. Get your cherries de-stoned, whatever method, even if you use a knife, and cut round them and pop the cherry out like that, whatever suits you. And actually you can even use a can of cherries, but if you can get fresh, the finished result will be so much better. The next step is to add 75 grams of sugar. It can be caster sugar or granulated sugar. And you just pop that straight over. This is such an easy recipe. If you've never baked before, this is perfect for your first recipe. It will come out absolutely fine. So I really think it's a good idea if you give it a go. And on top of that, just all-purpose flour, and that's just 1 tablespoon. Extract of almonds, so almond extract, 1/4 teaspoon, just a splash really. It's really quite a strong flavour, so you don't need a lot. And then you just give that a stir. Just make sure that all the cherries are incorporated with the flour and sugar, and the juices will soak this up. And then on top of that, I'm going to use You can use lemon zest. I'm going to use just a little bit of lemon juice. And I'm just going to squeeze that in. Making sure I don't put any pips in there. And give that a good mix. And lemon juice just adds a little bit of brightness to flavours, just elevates it. Once you've done that, pop that to the side. And then we're ready for the next step. 115 grams of unsalted butter. And this is the dish that I'm going to put the cobbler in. So you want an oven-proof dish which has got some high sides. Put the butter into the dish, put it into an oven which has been preheated at 180 on a fan oven or 200 on a conventional oven. At the moment we're close to 40 degrees. I think I could just leave this out here for a few minutes and it would melt. Next we're going to make the batter. Add all the dry ingredients together. So it's 150 grams of just plain flour, 150 grams of either caster sugar or granulated sugar, a pinch of salt, and I've actually got sea salt. And again, salt just adds to the flavour, it just enhances flavour. It's a bit like lemon juice from that respect. And the one thing you do need to be a little bit careful weighing out, I've got baking powder. We need 2 teaspoons. Don't go putting massive heaped teaspoons in. They want to be, it's best to use a little measure, like I've got a teaspoon measure here, and swipe off the top. So I want 2 of those. If you put too much in, it can give it, just not a nice flavour. Can be a bit kind of soapy really, so less is more, but you need enough. So a level teaspoon, 2 of those. And then using a whisk, just mix all the dry ingredients together. To this I'm going to add 180 millilitres of milk. So just add this in slowly and mix into the batter. Also some vanilla essence and a teaspoon of that. So I'm just going to whisk this until the batter's smooth. So that type of consistency is perfect. So let's put this all together. This gets poured into the butter, no stirring. Big rule here, no stirring at any point. Tip it in, make swirly patterns. Doesn't really matter how it goes in, but the rule is do not stir. And that should look something like this when the batter goes in. It almost looks wrong, but I can assure you it isn't. So being careful, because this is hot. Don't splash if you can help it, and just layer in all the cherries. Do not be tempted to stir. It will not be so good. And just distribute the cherries all around the dish and get as even a layer as you can. Everything goes in, all the juices as well. And if you wish, and it's an optional thing, you can just put the tiniest sprinkling of something like some demerara sugar or brown sugar of some description over the top. It will just crisp up the top slightly. I don't want to change the flavour of this too much. And this goes into the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes until it just crisps up and goes brown, and you'll see the batter setting. So just check it around about 30-35 minutes, keeping an eye on it. And whilst that's cooking, let's just have a look at the garden and see how that's doing. And it's ready. Check this out. Look at it. Smells absolutely beautiful. And this cooked for 45 minutes at 180 in a fan oven. Look at that. There's beautiful whole cherries. Delicious. I think this deserves a little bit of cream. Yummy. Let's go in for the taste test. Bit of cream, bit of cherry, bit of the batter. Mmm. Oh, that's so good. Can taste all the flavours, the almond, the vanilla, in a really light, kind of a spongy mix, which is just a little bit sticky and chewy on the top. And the cherries are just such a wonderful flavour, just absolutely in the perfect spot, in that Goldilocks zone between sweetness and just a tiny little bit of tartness from some of those cherries. Absolutely wonderful. So a massive thank you, Kevin and Amanda, for such a wonderful gift of delicious, sweet, succulent cherries. Really appreciate that. And let me know if you give this recipe a go. I really think you should try, even if you've never baked anything before. It's really easy. And Magda, that teaspoon tip for getting the cherry stones out really works, and you can really get through them quickly. Let me know if you're going to try this recipe, and I really urge you to give it a go because it's so easy. You really can't go wrong with it. Let me know in comments if you've tried it. I'm nearly up to 3,000 subscribers, and I'd love it if I could get 3,000 subscribers because that really helps my channel to grow. So if you could hit me up for a like, subscribe, and a hype would be amazing. So take care, and for now, and I'll be seeing you. Alan, you really need to come and try this.